All right, y'all, welcome back. This is a heartbreaker. This is a heartbreaking episode. Heartbreaking week.
It's a failure, everybody.
Yes, failure Friday.
It's a failure Friday.
I mean, like, where do we even start? Seriously, where do we even start?
Dude, the place to start is the fact that, once again, this team goes through the regular season, looks really good, gets to the postseason, and then they just can't hit anything. Can't hit a single thing.
Can't hit anything. The regular season champions, pretty much.
Yeah. They can't do anything when it comes to the postseason. Ever since that collapse to Arizona, they have been absolutely awful and inept offensively, as not just three players, but as an entire team.
In the entire team. I don't know how you can win 95, 96 games in the regular season, and then once the postseason hits, I mean, they just flail and die.
Yeah,
this is the fourth year in a row they've been into the postseason, and they can't hit for the third straight year.
Yeah, and I think this says it all right here. Elimination game 4, 4 hits, 2 defensive errors.
Yeah,
that says it all right there.
And that was an 11-inning game. You have four
hits,
fucking hits
in an 11-inning elimination game. You're back against the wall.
The Dodgers were trying to lose.
All you got to do is win that game, and then you get to come back here to Philly, to your crowd, to your fan base, and play at the bank. And I understand that didn't work the first 2 games of the series, but playing at the bank, eventually the team is going to win there. They have a much better record at home than they do away. They play much better at home than they do away. And if they had gotten to 3 to 4 runs last night, they would have been fine. But they can only get 4 freaking hits, not 4 freaking runs.
The Phillies were able in April to get 5 runs in 2 innings off of Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow, I mean, was absolutely fantastic.
The pitching in this game was very, very good.
Was good once again, as it was for the entire postseason.
On both sides, it was very good.
Every starter this postseason, I give credit, was fantastic. You had Christopher pitching those really 2 good games. You have Luzardo coming in and out of the bullpen.
And pitching last night looked fantastic.
You had Nola, who, even though it was 2 innings, it was 2 quality innings. And then you had Ranger to clean that up in Game 3.
Yeah.
So this wasn't on the pitching.
No, this was not at all on the pitching.
This was not on the pitching. This was on the offense and the premier guys that you need to get hits, like Turner and Harper.
Yeah.
Schwarber, Game 1, 1 for 11. 6 strikeouts. Game 2, 1 for 10, 5 strikeouts. Game 4, 1 for 14, 4 strikeouts. These are playoff games. It's like Game 3. They teased us with the.
They teased. 100%.
Teased us with the little offensive shooting, thinking, everyone, the team is back, y'all. We're gonna send this to a Game 5.
Yep.
And that did not happen whatsoever.
We got sucked in again to believing, and we look like suckers.
You gotta talk about the outfield. Marsh 077.
1
Kepler,
for 13,
167. Dude. Castellanos, who everyone has called the NLDS king, 1 for 133.
Yep.
Absolutely terrible series by him.
I mean, it was awful from basically everyone in the entire lineup.
Everyone
except for JT Realmuto.
I was going to say, JT probably was the best offensive producer the entire series.
Other than JT, everyone else was horrible. Team batting average of 200 for this series. Not only that, but they went the big 3 for 35 with 15 strikeouts in this series, in the 3 games that they lost.
There's no clutch between the 3 of those players at all.
3 for 30 freaking 5. That is under a 100 batting average. That's a Brandon Marsh .77 right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like Brandon Marsh level, .0857.
.0857. So the big 3.
The $300 million.
For 3 games.
$30 million, $80 million.
.085.
.085.
Awful. And this, no one is absolved from this on the Phillies, at least from the lineup perspective. There's no one that is absolved except for JT, as we said, because JT was the only one.
JT was the only one who actually
had a good series.
JT was the one that actually decided to, show up for once.
And dude, the outfield, we need 3 new outfielders next year.
We need to revamp the whole outfield. This outfield basically it was lifeless without Harrison Bader. Harrison Bader's was the spark in that outfield from when he was on his hot streak until the postseason, and then he injured himself in Game 1, and that just set down the Phillies entirely. When you got Nick Castellanos starting meaningful baseball games, fucking hate that retard.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote it down here in the show notes. The 5 things that really stick out as to why they lost.
Health and suspension.
You got number 1, big 3 in the lineup, could not come through again, as we know that they always fail to come through.
Second postseason in a row.
Yeah. Outfield was awful. Lineup was awful with runners in scoring position. Went 6 for 30 in situations where runner on second base.
That's been a reality all season.
Yep, that's a 200 batting average. And not only that, they left total of 29 runners on base through 4 games. Basically 30 runs that you could have scored. You left out there, which is absolutely insane from professional hitters.
Hang the banner. Philadelphia Phillies played 4 more games than the Mets.
And I know we said the starting pitching was good. Bullpen arms, again, were not good. Bullpen arms, I know that it doesn't seem that way from how it played out when you watch it.
How atrocious the offense was, but the bullpen gave up the most runs.
But, let's just look at it. 4 games. Bullpen arms. So I'm not talking about Ranger, and I'm not talking about Luzardo. I'm talking about the bullpen arms. Bullpen arms. Strictly bullpen. Relief pitchers. Through a total of 12.2 innings pitched, gave up 7 runs in those 12 innings. That's an ERA of 4.97. Basically a 5.0 ERA from your bullpen arms. The guys that you brought in to revamp everything, and
they slashed. They went halfway. Last year's was 11. This is 5. Then one of the things that they fucked up on was leaving Robertson out there for the 7th inning. That should have never happened.
Never should have happened. Should have taken him out immediately.
Strom was I'm going to let Teoscar homer so I can collect his baseball card.
And then
do you put Duran in a sticky situation, loses his command? I mean
that one I'm not as peeved about, just because that is other than the 11th inning where you're not prepared. No closer would have been available on either team if you go 11 innings.
Exactly.
When you go to 11 innings and you get to that last inning, the closer for both teams is not going to be available. They've already been used, right? So I don't blame Rob Thompson with the whole, you should have had Duran available for the 11th inning last night. But no, because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you got to bring him in for any situation.
Right. You got to at least get through the 9 innings first.
It's an elimination game.
So you have to go to Duran to get through the 9 innings to get to an 11th inning. So I don't blame him with that decision there. I thought that was fine. I was okay with it. What I do blame Rob Thompson with last night was putting Kerkering in that 11th inning and taking out Luzardo.
Yeah,
I would not have taken out Luzardo.
He likes to, whenever runners get on, he takes his relievers out. I understand. I don't know if he's just tempted. I don't know if maybe the matchups were differ, but you obviously had 2 righties coming up to that point.
Yeah.
And, a base hit would win him regardless, but...
Exactly. And...
We can't not talk about Ryan Kerkering. And...
Number 1, he pitched in every single game this series, so why did you throw... You had other people available that you could have thrown out there in the 11th inning.
To be fair, they did have a decent amount of off days and time off, so when you have off days like that, you have more bullpen arms to become available.
Yeah, but that's not what the thing is they saw him already 3 games in a row. saw exactly what he was pitching.
To be fair, he did look. He wasn't bad in some of the games.
I know that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when these types of players that are the types of players that the Dodgers have, extremely good, patient, high IQ, been in this situation before, know what they're looking for. Not a young team, not someone you can phase. When you have that caliber of lineup you're going against, you can't just throw the same arm out there every night and expect that same arm to do good every time. Like, you see what I'm saying? These are good enough hitters where if they see the same guy enough times, especially 4 games in a row, they're going to get to him. They're going to do something. They're going to see where the ball's coming from. They have the chances for them to get hits and to do damage goes up with every time they see him. And that's my point. You had plenty of other relievers you could have used that the Dodgers didn't look at. The Dodgers didn't have a chance to see them perform in that series. Could have used Tanner Banks in that inning. But no. You decide to go to Orion Kirkering,
I guess it was because of the matchups, but it's just so unfortunate how that ended. He panicked. JT was telling him the points at first. Harper was on the bag, and it was just a brain panic. I mean, it sucks, but
I mean, you can say whatever you want about beforehand.
Ryan Kirkering's still a good reliever. Like,
yes, and I'm not trying to,
I don't want to, bash him.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, bash on Orion Kirkering or anything. I'm just saying that when the same guys come in over and over again, you kind of expect the other team to start performing better against them the more they see them. So, and
exception goes for Shohei Ohtani, who 1 for 18. He's like, it's like he's wearing a Phillies uniform under his Dodgers.
It's like
how bad he was playing for the Dodgers.
Well, he thinks of the Phillies like the way he plays against the Phillies is like how the entire Phillies lineup plays against the Mets. Where for some reason he just can't get it going against the Phillies. Same way where the Phillies, for some reason, when they go up to Citi Field, they just can't do anything. That's probably something mental.
Pretty much. I feel like Ohtani has struggled in his career versus the Phillies, and obviously it showed during the playoffs. But
yeah, the Phillies have actually pitched him very well, not just in the playoffs and the regular season.
Here's the thing with Ohtani. Ohtani has a lineup that can back him up, and they'll maybe get some hits across, score some runs. The Phillies just have.
I mean, theoretically, so does Philadelphia, though.
Yeah, theoretically on paper. When you look at trade.
Got Harper right behind him.
And Harper, and then you got Alec Boehm as the cleanup hitter in 2025.
Yeah, that's the thing that
after the first 3, it's friends and company.
The thing that really, really gets to me is going forward. I don't see how this team gets better than what they were this year.
Oh, 100% no. There's no way that they can get any better.
Which brings me to. What do you do if you're not going to be able to really get better?
You got to fucking rehaul everything, dude. I better not hear Dave Dombrowski at the end of season press conference say I can run it back. I think we have some good players and the talent's still good.
I agree with you 100%.
He'll make his stupid ass, 1-year contract. Is a 1-year contract that's $210 up to the trade deadline or 9 ERA up to that point DFA'd.
And I mean, with the signings that they have made, not a lot of them have worked out. The times that they have gone into free agency to sign people, not many of those players have actually worked. Not many of them have
worked out.
And
the exceptions are Kyle Schwarber.
That's about it. I mean,
Trey won the batting title.
Trey and Harper have both had good regular seasons.
Harper was a Clentac signing.
Harper's been an MVP, so can't say anything about Harper.
But the other signings that he made, Romano, Kepler, Astianos.
Yeah, all of them have not worked out really. Bringing in some of the other bullpen guys like Joe Ross, who
That didn't work out.
That didn't work out.
Giving Aaron Nola that extension.
Hasn't
worked out.
Trading for Austin Hayes, and then
didn't work out.
That didn't work. Trading away Sir Anthony Dominguez, and now he's a high leverage reliever on Toronto.
I mean, to be fair, his deadline this year was good. I'll give him that. And his deadline in 2022 was good. But after that, it's been poop.
I mean, we say his deadline was good this year. Realistically, all he did was grab Duran and a run-of-the-mill average outfielder. And we're sitting here going, oh, what a great trade deadline.
I mean, Duran's obviously one of the premier closers in the league. You got to think about that. And Harrison Bader was average up to that point. I guess he just had like a spark when he came here. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
People were saying that Cedric Mullins was the better trade over Harrison Bader at that point, and then look what Cedric Mullins did for the Mets. So,
but I mean, that's also kind of my point. The fact
that
Harrison
Bader trade, I feel like, obviously was like a hit or miss.
Yeah, the fact that Bader performed so well and above what anyone thought that he was actually going to perform. Like if we get normal Harrison Bader, that trade deadline is not really that great.
Yeah.
You got a closer. Whoop-de-frickin' do. Guess what? That's one frickin' inning.
One inning.
I mean, it didn't really do anything for you. What did having Duran in this series do for you?
He didn't pitch any meaningful innings except maybe the 7th.
Exactly.
He came out to booze.
Yeah.
In his
entrance.
Which is just beyond shell-shocked.
And... this is a guy who at one point was saying that he had, kids chasing his car down the street, because they were so excited for him to see him.
That's crazy.
And now he's getting booed by the home fans in the home stadium because the team is...
To be fair, I don't think they just
I
don't think they wanted him to do the entrance when they were losing.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
100%. That's what it was.
They're not booing in the... They're not booing.
Yeah, they're not booing Duran, but still, as Duran... That must be a whole complete flip to what you had just been exposed to.
Exactly.
You were just exposed to everyone.
He's experiencing the fighting's faithful.
Yeah, and with the way that this series went and the fashion in which they lost, the fact that it seems like the manager got outplayed.
Yeah,
in every game.
Rob Thompson got outplayed. I'm a supporter of Rob Thompson's work, but this series was just terrible.
100%. He got outmaneuvered by Dave Roberts at every opportunity.
Dave Roberts is another terrible manager. You got to think he managed this series so poor,
and yet Dave Roberts still outmanaged him in every single game.
Yeah,
what does that say?
That's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're gonna do with him moving on. So, you got to talk about the health. The suspensions, Wheeler being hurt, Bader being hurt in game 1. Bader being hurt just ruined the whole morale of the outfield.
Bader being out completely changed the entire outfield situation.
You got Marsh who comes up to the plate and just, holds the bat in his hand for fun. Just like you got Castellanos who swings the bat like a pool noodle. And you got Kepler who's just Max Kepler.
Marsh, 1 for 13, 5 strikeouts. The best technical outfielder in this series was the guy we wanted to DFA come around the freaking trade deadline, and that was
pretty much, dude.
167, 2 for 12, and actually got on base with 4 walks. No, did that shit. No. Castellanos, 2 for 15, 0 walks. March, 1 for 13, 1 walk.
Of course. 0 walks for Castellanos.
The guy that we all were saying to get rid of, he's how could, Dave Dombrowski bring him in? He's awful. He was the guy that was the best freaking outfielder in this series.
Yeah, which is crazy. And then you got Zach Wheeler missing 2 starts. Imagine how good that starting pitching would have been. It would have gotten so much better if Wheeler never got injured. Imagine Alvarado coming into a situation where, they wouldn't have to go to Robertson or Strahm.
Yeah.
Or one of those guys.
You could have had Alvarado for that situation in game 1, and you could have had Alvarado for that situation last night.
It's pretty crazy to think about it. So
those 3, missing those 3, even though you don't see any evidence that they would have actually gotten you over the hump. It just makes me feel like, wow, they definitely at least would have went to 5 games if they had all 3 of these guys. They at least would have won that game last night.
Who knows? Maybe they would have even won the games in Philadelphia.
Yeah, maybe they would have won the series themselves in 4 games instead of losing in 4 games. But unfortunately, that's just
the season's over, and this is going to be one hell of an offseason, because if Dave Dombrowski wants to say some stupid bullshit like that, I'm not investing my money into this team.
And here's the other thing, too.
He needs to listen to the fans.
When they do go into the offseason, not only is this team old, pretty sure this team has 7 guys out of contract.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have contract out. You got the big ones like Schwarber and Ranger, and then you got the relievers like Strom and...
Yeah, you got Schwarber,
Alvarado, and
Ranger, Strom, Alvarado, Romano, Ross, Bader now.
Well, you think worth keeping Jordan Romano on this team?
No, but it's still technically someone on the roster.
Yeah, obviously. Harrison Bader's going to be
Bader's going to be free agent.
Mm-hmm. And maybe, who knows, they'll retool the current players on contract. JT.
Yeah, and then JT is out. So that's 8 players right there that are out of contract. And then I think you got Luzardo with 1 more after this. Luzardo has 1 more year on his. I think Castellanos has 1 more year on his. Bohm has 1 more year on his.
Who knows if Castellanos will even survive the offseason.
Well, no. But this is what we're getting to right here, is the fact that a lot of guys are either on their last year of their contract or going into the last year.
This window is slowly closing. And they need to fix something ASAP.
And over the next 2 seasons, you could potentially have no Schwarber, no JT, no Ranger, no Castellanos, no Bader, no Marsh, no Stott, no Bohm. That right there is 9 players.
Yeah, that's a lineup. That's a lineup.
In 2 years, could be gone.
Yeah,
this team is going to look very, very different.
Yeah, could be another 11 years of no playoffs. So,
yeah, and at that point, you got 11 years of no playoffs, and you got 42-year-old Bryce Harper and 45-year-old Trey Turner, who are limping everywhere on the field because you're paying them freaking $90 million, so you can't take them off.
There's going to have to be some real changes. If not, they're going to protest for Dombrowski to get out of the city ASAP. So, do you want to do this?
You want to do the stay and go?
Stay and go. Yeah.
All right. So, here, I'll start off with Rob Thompson. Start off with the manager here.
Yeah. So you want him?
I think he's gone. I personally don't think that him staying or leaving is going to be the thing that is the defining thing for this team, the defining move for this team to either get them over the hump or it's going to cost them something. I feel like Thompson has been pretty average and could probably have just about 15 other guys in that manager seat that will probably do the same job.
I don't know how you bring someone in that's going to produce better than him, but this is going to be my thing. I got this on Instagram from his name is Sportsadelphia.
Sportsadelphia.
Good Instagram page. But here we go. I'm going to read this post. If you think firing Rob Thompson is the answer to the Phillies' problems, you're delusional. The whole fire blank is such an epidemic in MLB. This isn't football, basketball, or hockey, where the coach typically designs the offense or defense and is an integral part of what happens. This is baseball. Every single fan base in the entire league clamors for the manager to be fired after any big loss. Reality is Rob Thompson does very little to affect his team's success. Everyone will claim that he misuses the bullpen. Seriously, I don't think anyone realizes that, statistically speaking, the second best reliever on this team besides Duran is Orion Kirkring. Behind him is Strom. All these people saying, WTF, why Kirkring there? Well, if you're upset with Rob, you should be upset with the front office for the poor roster construction and lack of bullpen depth. I wouldn't entertain firing Rob whatsoever. The fact is, we are paying established all-star level players tens of millions of dollars, and they show up in the regular season and hit 55-plus home runs, win batting titles, MVPs. And yet, when those postseason lights come on, they fall flat. Another year, same story. The Phillies won 96 games this season. They had MVP and Cy Young candidates. And the constant remains, the offense did not show up yet again. And what's the worst part? There's pretty much nothing they could have done better in terms of adding talents. We are choke artists.
All right, so I got a couple things to address from that. Number one, would you not say that these guys were unprepared, and being a coach isn't part of being the head coach, having your team prepared for big moments?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they get cocky. It's the postseason. We got the bye. That means we could just slouch off for a little bit.
I don't know what that is.
You still got to lock in. It's the playoffs.
The team was not prepared any 4 of those games.
No,
but I do agree with some of the points that he said in there, because he's right. He can't do anything about the players' performance on the field.
Exactly. He
can do a lot about getting them ready, having them knowing the situation, having them know what to do when the ball hit to them, having them know not to swing at pitches that go freaking 30 feet out of the goddamn strike zone because they never started off on the plate in the first place.
That's been a thing all year. Nick Castellanos loves swinging at that pitch. I don't know how he made contact with it one time, but...
And a lot of things people don't understand. Head coaches, for the most part, they get to put together their supporting cast of coaches. So if you're unhappy with Kevin Long, or you're unhappy with Caleb Cotham, or you're unhappy with any of those benches, guess who that comes back to? Rob Thompson. It's not Dave Dombrowski that's going out there and bringing in Kevin Long. That's not his job. His job is to roster construction. Most teams, especially when it is coming down to coaching staffs, have the head coach put together their own staff. There's not a lot of teams where the front office executive, someone in Dave Dombrowski's role, is hiring the hitting coach. He's hiring the pitching coach. He's hiring the first base coach. No. That's most of the time the head base coach, the head coach of your team, brings in your first base coach, brings in your third base coach, brings in the pitching guy, brings in your hitting coach, brings in analytical people. They have whole groups of guys that they bring in with them when they go to a new place. And for someone for an account that seems like it's kind of just trying really hard to make it seem like it's not Rob Thompson's fault, I understand he didn't technically lose them games. What did he do to win them a game? Did he do anything to steal a win from the Dodgers?
Clearly not.
No. And you don't think that there's another manager out there that could steal a win? One win. Could just steal
a win. I mean, if you want to count that offensive manslaughter against in Game 3, I guess you can count that as a stolen win. But
no, I mean a stolen win like a Game 1 or a Game 4.
Exactly, yeah. But
you weren't at your best, but you had the lead, and you could have won.
And you had those leads, and you had those opportunities, and you squandered them.
Yep, you could have walked away with the win. You could have stole it. Even though you didn't play well enough to actually deserve it, you were at the point in that game where you were in the lead. All you had to do was close it out, and you couldn't do it. That's what I mean by stealing a win.
I feel like with Rob, it's going to be 50-50. So if the Phillies keep him, the fans will riot. I mean, I won't be like.
I'm not going to be super.
It's not going to affect me. I mean, I know he's still he's still very intelligent.
Yeah. I'm not saying this as I want to fight. It's all Rob's fault.
Yeah, that's what a lot of fans out there are saying about him. And I obviously, I'm not going to exercise that, but I'm going to let the front office do its thing.
And I mean, it's not all his fault. And anyone that's out there that, is listening that might be thinking because I'm saying this, I don't like Rob Thompson, blah, blah, blah. No, I do like Rob Thompson. I'm just saying that I haven't seen anything from Rob Thompson managerial-wise that makes me go, oh, well, we have someone that's like Tony La Russa as our manager. How could we ever get rid of him? He's not like a Tony La Russa. He's not a Joe Torre. He's not someone that's won multiple World Series. He's not like a Bud Black or something like he's just a guy that has gotten elevated into this position by chance, by the fact that he was interim head coach while he was here for Joe Girardi.
I think Rob Thompson actually has won multiple World Series.
Not as a head coach.
No, but yeah, as bench
coach,
as
yeah.
bench coach with the Yankees.
With the Yankees, yeah. But not as head coach.
No, not as manager.
That's what I mean.
Only as bench coach.
Tony La Russa won frickin' 7. Like
Tony La Russa managed in like the 1500s.
You know, like Joe Torre had 3 or 4. Like there are other managers that are out there that have that pedigree.
We tried hiring a manager that had World Series rings, Girardi, and Girardi never worked out.
I mean, was Girardi the head coach for 2009?
He was for the Yankees, yes, in 2009 with Rob as the bench coach, yeah.
Okay. But still, like it's not like Rob Thompson is like this manager that is, fantastic manager that is stealing you 15 games a season or anything like that. Like I'd rather have AJ Hinch. I'd rather have a whole bunch of guys that I could sit here and probably name off other than Rob Thompson. But it's not like, all I'm trying to say is it's not like Rob Thompson is the greatest manager in the world. All right? And the people that are like, oh, you can't fire him.
He's still a decent manager, but
right.
If there's a better option out there, I'm sure the front office would take it.
Exactly. And also, if the front office is already thinking of what the plan is without him, then get him out. You know what I mean? Like, if you're sitting there and you're forecasting for the future and you're going, oh, who could we have to replace, Rob Thompson? Is there someone from inside? Is there someone from outside? If you're already thinking that, but Rob Thompson is still here, then you're behind the 8 ball. Because that means you are kind of looking for a replacement, kind of not, and you're not committed either way to finding one, because, you're kind of cool with letting Rob ride it out, but also you kind of want someone new in here. You need to make the decision. And if the thoughts are already being had of, well, who are we going to have in here after Rob? Then you need to just go and get them. Don't just keep Rob here for one more year. Yeah, if they find someone
available, obviously, go grab them. So, I mean, that's a fairly good take. I'll give it that. So,
he's heading into the last year of his contract too, anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to bring him back, you might as well let him go.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know. So it'll be interesting, but we'll continue on.
Yeah, let's move on to Schwarber.
Yeah, Schwarber will be a 50-50. So if Schwarber goes, Ranger stays, and if Schwarber stays, Ranger goes. So that's how it'll be for both of those players. So
the only way that doesn't happen would be if they can move Castellanos early on in free agency.
Yeah, if they can move Castellanos and Taiwan and try to get all that free money, or if they take a deferred contract.
Mm-hmm. Or so
but we're not the Dodgers, so.
So Casty's got $20 million for next year. If you're able to trade him away and get a team to just eat $15 million of it, you still pay $5 million, but you get the other team to eat 15. You probably have enough for Schwarber and Ranger.
Yeah, I don't know how much Ranger's going to want. Obviously, Schwarber's going to be a 9-figure contract. I assume Ranger would probably be a 9-figure contract as well.
I'm not entirely too sure on his valuation.
It'll definitely be a 8 to 9 figure contract. We already know that.
Well, the only reason I say that for Ranger is just because he's had a couple of injury scares.
He's got a couple injuries,
years,
and obviously teams may be worried about the second half.
Yeah, and the fact that he doesn't really pitch more than probably 6th inning into games or 5th inning.
There's times where he could go deep into games, and there's times where he can't make it past the 4th inning.
Yeah, he's not one of these guys that has a lot of pitches in the tank.
It's like a hit or miss when any team signs him, pretty much.
So, now one person that I do think is gone is JT.
I think JT's gone. I think they'll probably re-sign him for maybe 2 years, because I don't know where you're going to get a catcher from, because I don't know what they're gonna do with Rafael Marchand, and you got Stubbs there. I don't think they want them to be the starting catcher. If they were to,
I agree.
If they were to let JT go, they'd probably make a move for a premier catcher or a young catcher.
Well, they would definitely have to make some type of move at catcher because you can't go into the season next year with Marchand and Stubbs as your two guys.
No, that's be unacceptable.
But I think JT retires actually.
Oh wow!
The way
I think JT still has a couple more years left, maybe 2 or 3.
Performance-wise, yes. But did you hear him speak after the game last night?
He did say he didn't want to talk on his future.
He sounded like he was more kind of in the wheelhouse of like, yeah, like this, it's over with this team, and unfortunate we weren't able to get it done with the group of guys that we had. That's not really talk that you say if you think you're running it back or coming back next year.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know if like the front office has made the decision already.
Like just from hearing how he talked after the game yesterday makes me think that either he's going to retire or he's undecided or he's unsure with potentially his own future. But I think it's a very high possibility that JT is not back next year.
All right, well, I think he maybe comes back for about a year or 2. We don't know yet, but Ranger, we already said about Ranger and Schwarber.
Yep, Castellanos. Gonna get traded for about anything. Honestly, they'd probably take him for a pack of condoms. This way Bryce Harper doesn't have to miss any more games for paternity leave. Because...
Get him some Trojan.
I would be very, very, very shocked if Castellanos is back.
If he's a starting right fielder on opening day, I'm jumping off the Walt Whitman Bridge.
I think it's gotten to the point relationship-wise where even if they can't trade him away, they're just going to straight up release him.
Good.
Like they're just going to have to eat the money.
Release him to the gates of hell.
Like, because he's sitting there saying, like, oh, Rob Thompson, I don't get along with him. I don't like the fans, blah, blah, blah.
He's a fucking baby crying bitch. He was, after, what was that, game 2, he was like, yeah, it's hard to, play when they're booing.
Yeah, well, it's hard to play at home. It's not your fault
when they fucking suck every night.
Like, okay, so you're playing like shit. Would you rather have them cheer for you instead?
Yeah, like what? Do you want them to get them on their feet when you're losing by 7 runs?
You just struck out on 3 pitches. You want a standing ovation? Like I don't.
You strike out on 3 pitches every single at bat. The most 3 non-competitive pitches like anyone will ever see. I'm pretty sure someone in like 11U would probably put up a better at bat than you, and you're telling people like, yeah, it's hard to play in this. It's hard to play when they're booing. Like this is the Ben Simmons of baseball. He bought the Ben Simmons house, and hopefully he's out of the city. But we don't want him in this city no more.
No,
we don't want him,
and he doesn't want to be here anymore either.
We don't.
So that's fine with us.
Bye.
So no Castellanos. Bye. Bader.
Hey, I'd be content with re-signing him. Maybe it would only be a 1-year deal.
I think that they will try to re-sign him.
I'd be cool with him coming back, but like. If they might try to go for a power bat, like power outfielder in the offseason, and then you have Justin Crawford making the opening day roster. So if they feel like they're content with Justin Crawford, it'll be 50-50 with Bader.
Now, is there a possibility that next year outfield looks like Bader in center, Crawford in left, right and right?
God, that would be terrible, dude. Oh. The outfield would hit. The outfield would hit maybe home runs.
I kid. I'm joking around. But for that just going off that, if you have Justin Crawford and Johan Rojas, 2 guys that are center field type players that have the center field prototype, can you really re-sign Harrison Bader if the 2 of them are going to be up here?
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be content with their younger outfielders. You got to get a power bat for the outfield too.
Yeah, so I don't know what the plan is. I would love to see him stay.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't know if with the players in the farm system and how they probably want to give Justin Crawford a run next year, and I imagine Rojas is probably still here.
Yeah, Rojas is still here.
I imagine?
Yeah, definitely Rojas is still here.
So if you're going to have both of them up here next year, then I don't know if you want to go with the same type, like 3 basically of the same types of player for all 3 outfield positions.
No, definitely not. They're going to need a power bat, a guy with defense and speed, and then I guess another guy with defense and speed. So
now that brings me to maybe is Rojas gone?
Yeah, I don't know how this outfield's going to be like. Rojas gone or...
Because I'm thinking that if they're going to trade away Castellanos, they might have to throw someone else into the deal to sweeten it for the other team. And I don't know if maybe Rojas is one of those guys. Well, maybe they see
Castellanos, so they trade him for a bag of chips.
Well, here's the thing. You need to have some other team that's willing to take him.
Exactly, willing to take that contract.
And for a lot of teams, I feel like they're not going to be willing to take on a $20 million platoon player unless there's something else in it for them in the deal. You know what I mean? Like, the Orioles would never trade for Nick Castellanos.
Maybe he is. The Angels would trade for him. Yeah.
But maybe the Orioles will trade for Castellanos and a prospect within the organization. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to throw something into a Castellanos deal just to get him out of here. Unfortunately.
Yeah, or like what the next player, Marsh. You think he stays? I think he stays.
No, I think he's gone.
If they can find the assets, then yeah. But if not, he's staying.
With how bad of the postseason that he had, and the fact that you platoon him.
God, he had such a damn bad postseason.
Not only did he have a bad postseason at the plate, he misplayed a couple balls in the outfield. He just didn't have an overall good series.
So that's fair enough. So.
And
You think he's gone? I think he stays.
I think he's gone if they can get something for
Bryson
him.
Stott.
I think Bryson Stott stays.
I think Bryson Stott stays. Maybe one more year. Alec Boehm, hopefully traded.
I think he is.
I cannot
traded,
have Alec Boehm as my third baseman anymore.
But I don't really think they get. Actually, I don't know if they trade him. They're not going to get anything for him.
They're not going to get anything for him. But you also got Aiden Miller in the minor leagues with the 850 OPS. So.
But do you move him to third or do you move him somewhere else?
You put Aiden Miller at third base and Alec Boehm's walking out of the city.
Because you could also potentially put him at second base too, Aiden Miller.
Oh, then you have Bryson Stott's still there. What do you do with Bryson Stott?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. One of them's going to go.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Alec Boehm. So, there you go. He'll be playing for he'll be in a Orioles uniform next year, Alec Boehm.
You know what team would I feel like Milwaukee? I think Milwaukee would actually go for him.
Milwaukee?
Or maybe not Milwaukee. Cincinnati. I could see Cincinnati.
They also have Ke'Bryan Hayes, who's got a lot of control with Ke'Bryan Hayes still. But
well, that's what I mean. They have Ke'Bryan Hayes, who's putrid.
Not a good hitter, but fantastic defense.
Yeah, fantastic defense, but the guy can't hit for anything.
He can't hit for anything. Well, Alec Boehm can join him as the guy that can't hit for anything. So there's infielders. Kerkering will stay. The fan base is going to want his head on his spike, but he'll stay.
No, he's going to stay.
He's a good reliever still.
He's got 4 more years of contract control.
If this bullpen will go down,
he's going nowhere.
If Kerkering leaves,
Kerkering's not going anywhere.
So reliable. Kepler gone 1-year deal.
Yep. Romano
100% gone to the depths of hell with Castellanos. Ross has been gone. Rojas we already talked about. Robertson,
he's gone.
Will probably retire for good. Alvarado,
I think he's gone.
I think the Phillies might be able to get. He's still a good reliever, but
I think the Phillies are done with him.
Now that the little steroid thing, his value might go down. So if you see that he's available and you can get him for a cheap deal, pick him back up. He's still good.
But I see what you're saying, and I agree with it. I just think that the Phillies as a team are done with it. They don't want to deal with the headache.
And Strom, you think he stays? I think he's actually as a player option, so he'll probably accept that. So
depending, I have no idea how much it's for. He might want potentially more money.
I don't think a 30-plus-year-old Strom going to be commanding that much damn money. So
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Yeah,
Jeff Hoffman got 3 years.
He's got a $7.5 million option.
Okay, $7.5 million. I mean, Would you put it past another team to offer him 9?
Yeah, a team could definitely offer him 9. So
I mean, he might potentially opt out if that's the case.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going to go on with him.
I don't know. So
I would like for him to stay.
So those were our players. So it'll definitely be a whirlwind of an off season. We'll definitely do an episode next week.
You know what? I just remembered. Trade away Bohm. You don't need to get anything back for him. You got Otto third base. God damn it.
You gotta. We'll do next week. Dream Phillies off season.
I hope everyone can tell that I'm not being serious with my comment right there.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. But let's switch over again to even more misery.
Yeah, let's switch over to the other losers in this city. Actually, this whole city was a team of losers yesterday. Was a loser,
except the Union. They won the Supporter Shield.
Well, yeah, but that game wasn't yesterday.
That game was
all the games yesterday.
That game was Saturday, but yeah.
The games yesterday.
All the games yesterday. The Flyers
were
lost.
Losses.
The Flyers lost. The Eagles misery.
Triple header of losing.
Triple header. Hopefully, we'll start a new week and then maybe some winning will come across. So,
it's been a bad week.
Been a really bad week. Losing,
especially for the Eagles.
Losing to the fucking Giants,
bro.
Man.
2 L's in
the Giants, dude.
2 L's in 5 days.
The Giants.
And not only 2 L's in 5 days.
They made Jackson Dart look good.
Denver?
He's good.
And New York?
All right, New York is more embarrassing. Scadaboo looks really good. Dart,
bro, you let him run all
right, to be fair,
over
the defense was terrible. Look how the defense gets
awful.
So bad without Jalen Carter. Then you're stuck without Quinyon Mitchell for the rest of the game. So now you have Dory Jackson and Keely Ringo out there. Keely Ringo handing out penalties like it's Halloween candy. He's like
getting up by Lil Jordan Humphrey, who I just want to reiterate to everyone. Practice squad player. Not only that, just elevated for that game. He was cut by 3 other teams last season. He was cut by 3 teams last
ridiculous.
Season.
Let's talk about the. We'll talk about the secondary real quick. Dory Jackson, 9 targets, 5 catches for 38 yards, and a pass breakup.
Oh, 1 pass breakup.
Yeah, 1 pass. Whoop-de-doo. Keely Ringo, 5 targets, 4 catches, 73 yards, 2 PIs.
All carved up. And him was almost exclusively Little Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah.
Which is abysmal.
Keely Ringo was getting cooked all night. Keely Ringo is not a good defensive back.
Like, Keely, you got cooked by a guy that got cut from 3 different teams last year that was just elevated to play against you today.
Keely got cooked by a Walmart employee.
Basically, yeah. You got cooked by someone that literally has not played a single snap all year.
No depth whatsoever. They're not healthy. And then the offense was bad too. They're like, they want to pass the football and then they don't pass the football and Saquon gets destroyed everywhere. The A.J. Dillon don't know how to hold on to the football, and Tanks Bixby wants to be the worst kickoff returner in the damn league.
Yeah, those 2 turnovers really
Hurts missed Devontae.
Really came back to bite him. That did too. That missed shot, because if Devontae catches that, that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Yeah.
No one's catching him.
No, that's a touchdown.
If he catches that, that's a tutty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he catches that in stride, it's a tutty. If it's one of those where he has to come back to get the ball because it's underthrown, he probably doesn't score there.
You know what's crazy is that Dallas Goedert is the leading receiver, which is funny. It's good though for you fantasy guys too.
Not only is Goddard the leading receiver, he leads the team in targets, he leads the team in receptions, he leads the team in yards after catch, and he leads the team in total yards in general.
Does he lead the team with touchdowns too? Yes, he does.
I believe he does.
Receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, receiving touchdowns.
He has 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games.
Yeah, the man has been...
he's been
fantastic.
One of the best tight ends in the league.
This was someone who, in the offseason, we were like, oh, we're not sure if he's going to be back because he wants more money. The Eagles don't want to give it to him.
He's looking like he wants that money.
Looks like he's worth that money right now. Just saying.
I mean, AJ had a pretty decent game, I guess. 6 receptions, 80 yards. I mean, no touchdown, but the receivers have definitely had some better games, but you got to get Saquon involved in there, too. Saquon getting carved up by all the defenses.
Yeah, the fact that this offensive line has not been able to run block has really, like, hamstringed them offensively. Because
the offensive line is taking a massive fall off.
Dude, everything last year was built around Saquon Barkley running, play action, bootlegs, scrambles, runs, all that stuff. If Saquon's not running, then none of the other stuff works. The play action doesn't work.
There's no way Kevin Patullo lasts more than 3 weeks. There's no way.
What, like another 3 more weeks?
Another 3 more weeks as the coordinator before the Eagles take their dues and say, we're done with you. Get out. You're terrible.
You really think that they would?
He is not.
Get rid of him?
He is not good.
Yeah, but even with how it went in 2022, they didn't get rid of Sean Desai. They just moved him up to the booth and then gave Matt Patricia the play calling duty. Like, they didn't let Sean Desai go.
It's not like Matt Patricia was any freaking better.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, wasn't Sean Desai probably worse than what Kevin Patullo was? And they didn't let him go.
Sean Desai was the defensive coordinator.
Right, but all I'm saying is that I don't really think they're going to let him go. They might have someone else take over the play calling capabilities, like the play calling.
They're going to have to give it to what, Sirianni, I guess?
But I don't think they're just going to, like, fire him in the middle of the season. They didn't.
I can't with him. He's such. The offense doesn't know how to function without him. Well, I had no motivation to watch this game after the Phillies got absolutely demolished. Wrenching, heartless, feeble.
Dude, I watched the Phillies game, and once the Phillies game was over, I was like...
I mean, I tried to watch the Eagles, but it was like...
Well, I saw the Eagles were already down by 10 at that point, and I was like, dude, I'm just going to watch the Cubs and Brewers and write the show notes, and I'm just going to wait for the Eagles game to be over and watch the highlights.
Pretty much.
And highlights did not look good. I mean, Jalen got sacked, 3 or 4 times? You had the big fumble from AJ. I mean, not AJ. Wait, yeah, A.J. Dillon.
Yeah, you had A.J. Dillon. Not A.J.
Brown. Yeah.
Guys, relax.
But you had the big fumble from A.J. Dillon. You had the interception that was costly. And that was the 4th quarter, right, that he threw that? Or was that towards the end of the 3rd?
That was towards, I think, the end of the 3rd.
End of the 3rd?
Or it was early in the 4th. I don't know. But
one of the two.
One of those two, yeah.
You had the missed shot to Devontae where, dude, if he is able to... If Jalen and Devontae connect right there, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Eagles take the lead.
That flips the entire script of the game.
Like, Eagles are then up 24-20 at that point in the game.
Yeah,
or
pretty much
24-17, whatever it was. Like, they would have had basically they would have been in the driver's seat for the rest of that game if they're able to connect on that pass. They held
the Giants too. They were able to force the Giants to punt on, opportunities, and then they couldn't. They couldn't capitalize.
They did give up 11 third down conversions. The defense, they couldn't get off the field.
I know
they
were giving up third downs like Halloween candy.
Yeah, dude, 11 third down conversions. You can't expect your defense to hold teams to under 25 or 24 points if you're giving up 11 third down conversions for first down. Like, you gotta at least get off the field half of those times.
Yeah, obviously. You can't. Man, that loss was so bad. It's just
they gave up 29 first downs as a whole. Like, the Giants got 29 first downs the entire game. That's a lot.
That's a lot, man. They let Hurts throw, and he had a pretty.
But what does that tell you? Game. Tells you that they're driving.
Yeah, I know.
Long
it tells you that the defense needs to, work on a lot of things. They need
to tighten up. I understand.
It's kind of hard to win games when you got a secondary of Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo.
Yeah. And with those guys, you probably don't want to get beat over the top, which is why so many soft and underneath stuff was available yesterday for them to get that many first downs. But, you can't, as a defense, give up 29 first downs and expect to win that game.
Yeah,
that's way too many.
You can't at all. That's just unacceptable from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, like if you are allowing 29 first downs, that is so many.
That's 29 first downs.
How many of that are they getting on one drive? Four or five?
Yeah, pretty much.
4 or 5
What's the average amount of first downs teams get in a game?
Yeah, I don't even know.
15, 20?
Let me look that up, actually. Here, I'll ask ChatGPT.
Oh, God. ChatGPT. The average amounts of first games. Well, the New Orleans set the record with 40. So we're thinking probably maybe 25 to 20? And they got 29? That's way above average.
Average number of first downs by a team in a game varies by league. In the NFL, it's roughly around 20, with the average being 18.2.
Yeah, so they were way above average of first downs. So you're telling me the Giants were running all over the fucking Eagles, man. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't. I'm gutted. But I'm more gutted about baseball. It's
dude,
this team baseball. I'm a baseball for lifer. It's my favorite sport, and the Eagles won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We destroyed Patrick Mahomes twice, and we won the Super Bowl. I need the World Series.
Yeah, the thing that makes the Eagles not playing well and looking a little out of sorts. What makes that bearable is the fact that they actually won it last year.
They won the Super Bowl. I mean, I highly doubt they're going to go back to back. But I mean, it's just,
we would be much kinder to this Phillies game. I mean, this Phillies team if they won in 2022.
Yeah, 100%.
Or in 2023.
Or 2023 or 2024. One of those three.
Well, 2024 years. They clearly weren't going to win it. But
oh yeah, clearly. But
either 2022 or 2023.
23. Yeah, 100%. But when you look at the Eagles game, those two games against the Broncos and Giants, it's just aggravating. You had a sizable lead against the Broncos and destroyed it. A.J. Brown was playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Goedert wasn't called for pass interference there against the Broncos, which would have set them up first and goal.
You had so many opportunities.
Won them the damn game
to put that Broncos team away, and you didn't.
And they failed miserably. And the Giants is just frustrating because it's just the Giants. I feel like we own the Giants.
Well, not only that, it's the fact that it was the Giants. It's a rookie quarterback.
One thing's for sure: the Eagles cannot tackle scrambling quarterbacks. As Jackson Dart's showed that he's a very good scrambling quarterback.
Dude, Jackson Dart looked fantastic last night.
And then against the Saints, he looked terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So
what does that say? The fact that
Eagles are getting the Kellen Moore effects. Kellen Moore's on the Saints now.
The fact that Jackson Dart, carved up your defense, but the Saints defense he wasn't able to do anything against. It's not like the Saints have the Saints are a pretty good defensive team, but they're not a contending team or anything like that by anyone's stretch of imagination.
No, they're not a good team. They just got their first win of the season, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like Jackson Dart is this Tom Brady type of player where you can't do anything to stop him or anything like that. It's just it didn't look good at all.
And no, did not look good one bit.
The defense gave up 172 rushing yards, dude.
Yeah, see, that just can't happen. 3 touchdowns.
172.
The defense is so depleted without Jalen Carter.
They allowed Jackson Dart to scramble on 3rd down and pick up a first down 6 times. 6 times he scrambled on 3rd down and got a first. Over 4 yards.
My goodness, dude. Unbelievable.
Which is ridiculous. I mean, the offense did have a much better game and a much more complete game.
Maybe in the first half, but not the second half.
It's just the turnovers. It's just those turnovers, man.
Yeah, the fumble. Hurts throwing his first.
Because they were driving on that.
No, they were. Then
Hurts the fumble.
Hurts threw that pick, and they were driving again in the fumble.
Yeah,
no, it sealed the game. And then I was like, nah, that's when I'm done.
And they were driving, and then they missed Devontae on the 3rd down. Because I believe that was on third down, wasn't it? Or was that on second down?
That was the second
that
or
Devontae
third.
shot.
Second or third.
Because I know they punted like right after that. So it's like if they connect there, boom. That's another like you could have had potentially 3 more touchdowns.
Yeah, but it's just like silly mistakes that they gotta work on. I mean, they have 10 days to work on their things. So.
Yeah, so hopefully that 10 days will be a nice rest for them.
You got to play Carson Wentz next.
Hopefully they'll get healthy.
Fun. Yeah, they should have time to get healthy with 10 days. So.
Yeah, over these 10 days, hopefully they can get some of their health back. You know, Jalen can hopefully be playing next game. Same with Mitchell.
Same with Q. Yep.
And you won't have Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo as the outside corners.
You won't have those fucking idiots corners. So, yeah, just the Eagles game, just frustrating. That's it, just frustrating. So, all right then.
Now I know you wanted to get to a nice little ranking system or something like that here.
Yeah, that'll be next episode though.
Okay, next episode.
The week of misery is finally over. So, hopefully the Phillies can get back to their No, well, not the Phillies. So hopefully the Eagles can get back to their winning ways, and this offseason will truly be something for this baseball club. So we'll definitely cover the union in the playoffs. So
100%. Because I think they have their last game coming up this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday is the last game of the season.
And then playoffs start next weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll have updates for you on the union. We haven't been really following them too
but now,
much.
Since they won the Supporter Shield, we got to get back into it. So. Yeah,
there's been a lot of other stuff going on with the other teams.
We'll see y'all next week.